What up, YouTube? Cam that guy here. I'm back once again with another YouTube video, man. So in this YouTube video, I'm going to be talking about my relationships with women, right? So let's go and get into it. Make sure y'all go watch my relationships with men, you know what I'm saying? Hope y'all like that video. And now, you know what I'm saying, let's go and get into my relationships with women, right? So I'm going to start recently, and then I'm going to go in the workforce and then school. So let's go and get into it, man. So my relationships with women recently is not good. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's very bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't even try to even. I never, ever since I got out of jail, I haven't tried to talk to no woman. But I would say relatively during the time period of January through like March, you know what I'm saying? I definitely had a few girls kind of check me out or whatever, but never went out my way to go talk to them just because they didn't, to be honest, their look wasn't appealing enough for me to go approach, which is kind of disrespectful for me to say, you know what I'm saying? But I've been rejected like a lot of times throughout my life, right? So when you get rejected a lot, you lose the confidence to go approach anybody, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter the situation, right? I said, bro, I don't want to, feel that getting rejected by somebody that's like, you don't want to, I just don't want to feel that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel angry or upset for no reason, right? So that's the reason why I'm not going to go out my way and do that, right? You know what I mean? And plus, at this time I was celibate and shit, so it was like, there's no point of me even doing that. I'm not looking to fuck you. I'm not looking to have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not looking to have sex with you, I'm not just finna talk to you just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I wasn't even interested in even making just casual girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm celibate. I'm focused on YouTube. I'm posting 3 videos a day. Like, I'm not focused on nobody. I'm not focused on getting no friends. Like, I'm literally not trying to get no friends right now. I'm literally just focused on grinding on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm trying to do and shit, you know what I mean? But, but ever since I'll say around like May, June, July, that's when my relationship with hoes definitely plummeted, you know what I'm saying? Definitely they got a little bit more disrespectful. They feel like they could, say shit, in between the lines or whatever. Honestly, I don't get no fucks. Relatively when I talk to women very calmly, you know what I'm saying? I never, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't normally, stoop down to a bitch level. You know what I'm saying? I normally don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But there do be a few times where a hoe might get under my skin, right? For example, I was at the hospital, right? I raised my voice at this girl. She get ready to call the police, right? I'm like, it is what it is, right? Another time, right? Let me see. We can take yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I almost crashed out a bitch at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Or at a doctor place. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. This probably a couple other scenarios I can't really remember. Every now and then a hoe might get under my skin, but for the most part, I don't even take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Most times when I do get into that type of situation with a girl, they like to reach out to police. You know what I'm saying? That's what they like to do and shit. You know what I mean? So it kind of like in other cases, I don't know. It's probably I can't really think right now. There was another situation while I think I don't know, I forgot where I was at. I don't remember where I was at. I don't remember, man, but this girl, she was trying to I don't know, but they like to bring police involved and shit when I get ready to get crunk, you know what I'm saying, tweak out and shit, for them acting like a dumbass hating bitch when I get ready to tweak out. That's what they normally like to do, you know what I'm saying? They reach out to police or shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying, in most cases, they probably just sit there and take it. I don't even remember when I don't think I ever really got in an argument with the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like a real argument, like a real, like, shouting match with the girl. I don't think I ever got into that, you know what I'm saying? Just because I never, went to that level with a girl, you know what I'm saying? Most times I just let a girl think what she want, you know what I'm saying? But if a girl do get under my skin, I will get crunk, and then she gonna try to go for the police. That's what's gonna happen, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's rewind the clock, right? Let's go back to Home Depot and Dollar Tree. You know, so let's go back to Home Depot and Dollar Tree, right? So, as far as Home Depot, right, my relationships with women there, never really tried to go out my way and talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like just because I don't know. When I was there at this time, I was a little bit shy. You know what I'm saying? It took a little bit of time for me to kind of become comfortable there and talk to people, right? You know what I mean? But as a time, even when I was comfortable, I just didn't, feel the need to go out my way and really talk to somebody, right? Like there was hoes up there at the front, all right? I didn't feel the need to go up there and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. It wasn't really on my mind and shit. It was kind of like the situation, the environment I was in. And, some of them tried to talk to me. They tried to, there was someone that was checking me out or whatever. And, I was just being very, being very reserved. You know what I'm saying? I'm being very reserved. Kind of, becoming like, kind of hard to get. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, just like, I'm not like these other niggas, so I'm not somebody you can just look at. I'm going to approach you. 3 weeks later, I'm fucking you. We have this little relationship, and then we break up. Da, da, da. Like what? It was kind of like like in person. You know what I'm saying? I kind of look for like girlfriend material, right? I know online y'all see me, trying to hook up with hoes and shit. That's the online side of me, right? I'm talking about in real life, right? As far as like in real life, you know what I'm saying? What like I've always tried to look like for like girlfriend material. Like what can I find something that's like, girlfriend material, right? And all the hoes there were not that. You know what I'm saying? Literally nobody there was girlfriend material. But if you take kind of like the old me who was not waiting till marriage, like this me, I'm waiting till marriage, right? But you take the old me that was kind of like just looking for some type of affection, I definitely would have went on my way and talked to some of them, but it is what it is, right? But anyway, as far as my relationship there, I would say I probably only really had about 3 solid connections there where I'm actually having conversations with hoes day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? About probably like 3 hoes there. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I didn't really talk to a lot of girls there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me being real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll probably cross paths with a few, cashiers or whatever. I'm talking about like people I'm actually talking to like day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? Like each time I see them, like, we have multiple conversations, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like other people, they were just casualties. I didn't really give a fuck about them, right? So that's kind of like how it is, right? Life for the men, right? Like for the men, there was at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, probably like 5 or 6 men I'm talking to day in and day out at Home Depot, right? But as far as the women, it's only 3, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what it was and shit, right? Then you go to Dollar Tree, you know what I'm saying? Really, you know what I'm saying? Dollar Tree, yeah. I mean, I would say it's kind of like, when you work with somebody and shit, you naturally going to connect with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I got along well with them. They never disrespected me or whatever. You know what I mean? It was nice that, I worked with them and shit. It was nice to, talk to them and shit like that. You know what I mean? I didn't have a problem with no female worker there. None of this shit, right? You know what I mean? As far as the workforce in general, the Home Depot and Dollar Tree, I got along well with all the females and all the men as well. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have a problem with them, right? But we take it to high school, you know what I'm saying? Especially we fast forward 11th, 12th grade. Well, let me bring it back to the workforce, right? So obviously, you know what I'm saying? At Home Depot, I did get rejected. I want to make this clear, right? I got rejected by 2 girls. You know what I'm saying? I got rejected by 2 girls. And the last girl that rejected me, that shit really bothered me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. But I'm glad it happened, you know what I'm saying? Because it made me realize I was hacked and exposed and shit like that. So it was a good thing, right? So at Home Depot, I got rejected by 2 girls, and at Dollar Tree, I got rejected by 1 girl, right? And she was boring as fuck. She was, I don't even know. You know what I mean? Now, let's fast forward back to school, right? So at school, you know what I'm saying? I mean, very, very shy at this time. I didn't really break out my shyness until I really got in the workforce because that's when I started interacting with customers on a day in and day out basis. So that's what made me become more social, right? But at this time I was in high school, I was scared to talk to a girl, shaking in my boots, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? But nah, I approached some girls and shit like that. It all failed, right? But there was some girls that tried to talk to me, right? Some of them were a little too aggressive. I'm like, bro, I'm not feeling this shit, you know what I'm saying? This is new to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I back then and shit, never really had girls really do that, right? And plus, I was nervous or shy around this time, so I'm like, yeah, this is something I'm not used to. You know what I mean? But there's a couple girls I tried, you know what I'm saying, that made me feel good, you know, try to talk to me or whatever. I'm like, well, I'm too shy, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And, you know, once I found out they got other men that they talking to and shit, I'm like, that's unattractive to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in sharing no girl. That's not attractive to me. It never has been, you know what I'm saying? I've never been one to have a sexual relationship, any type of sex, you know what I'm saying, with a girl that has a roster. You know what I'm saying? That's never been my cup of tea ever since fucking grade school, fucking middle school. You know what I'm saying? Never liked that shit. You know what I'm saying? Never been one to like that type of shit. That's always been like nasty to me. Like, I don't like orgy. I don't like that, you know, group or sharing hoes and shit. I don't like that shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But throughout high school, there was a couple of hoes, you know what I'm saying, that I was talking to on a day in, day out basis. But, you know, that's what it is and shit. But for the most part, I didn't really talk to no girls in high school. I was mostly around men or by myself, actually. I was mostly by myself. But I did, you know, had a few guys I was around or whatever, mostly by myself. And a couple of hoes I would talk to a couple of times or whatever. But mainly towards my senior year, that's why I really got isolated. I was really by myself. Trying to focus on virtual school, trying to fucking graduate because a nigga was slacking off, you know what I'm saying? Didn't really care, you know what I mean? I started to care towards the end. I started to tying up, boy. I started to tying up. Really proud of myself, you know what I'm saying? Proud I got myself together, you know what I mean? And managed to do what I do. Graduate or whatever. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that is all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say for this video. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say for this video. Oh, one more thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't scratch that, you know what I'm saying? So that's the end of this video, you know what I mean? My relationship with women, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed this video, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you in the next one.